Okay, this is a little bit more about pages. If we come to all pages here, we can see all the pages that we have again. Some pages are pretty basic, straightforward, like the about neurofeedback, the FAQ page, research page, and services. Those are pretty straightforward, including the about. The pages that are a little different are if we go to contact and we say edit. Contact page, we're in the visual instead of the HTML, but you can see there's still a lot of coding here. You can change this information right here. If you wish to contact us by email, if you wanted to change the text of what that says, you can go ahead and just change it like you do. If you change this, this is the Google map that's showing up on your site. So if you change this, it will screw up the map, so you really don't want to do this. Again, if you decided to change the address, you just change that right here. If you're changing the address, I know the possibility of moving to a new location, you would have to change this information in here in the Google map, and there's a way to do that. Just have me do it, it's easier. And then this right here is the contact form information. So when we look at our page here, on the contact, you can see this is the Google map, obviously. The information, so if you wanted to change that, you can. This is that contact information. You have this and you have the CAPTCHA. Now this is what's called the CAPTCHA here, and it's really annoying, but it's really important to have on there because you'll get a lot of spam if you don't have it there, so I would just leave it there. This, again, is something that I would have to replace. You have to do some coding and some stuff in Photoshop, so it's just a photo here. And if I changed, I would say update. Now, each page, or a lot of different pages have a template type. So this is one, the contact that you would use. The blog page, if you wanted to have a home page, you would change all this. You're not going to have to change any of these. If you create a new site, a new page, you would probably use right sidebar, but I wouldn't adjust any of that stuff right there. Again, we're not going to go into anything on this portion of the page. So we didn't change anything. I don't have to hit update. All I have to do is go back to all pages. When we get back to all pages, here's another page, video. And if we look at our video page, which we get to here, our video page is a special page as well. It has all of these. And we'll come back to how to post new ones of these and change this information. But if you notice when we go to our video page, there isn't anything there. If you look over here at our template, we have portfolio 4 columns. If I wanted to change it to 3 columns, I could do that, or 2 columns width, whatever I want to. But I think it looks good at best at 4 columns, otherwise the pictures get a little bit big. If I decided there's no text here, this is what's calling all the text. It's a video page. So when I go down to the video page is basically like a portfolio. So when we come down to here, it says please select the post category that will be used to populate the portfolio area. This is our portfolio area. The portfolio is calling on all videos on this particular case. If I wanted to show something other than videos, those homepage slideshow, I would click this. But since this is a video page, it makes sense that we have video right there. So I would just leave that. The only other thing down here that we would put on this page is some SEO settings. We'll come back to that later. And we didn't change it. Now if I did put sample text right here, and I say update, it'll take a moment, and once we get there, if I come back to here and I reload this page, if you notice, it did put sample text right above that. So if I wanted to put a little paragraph or text saying something like, hey, check out our videos, some of our favorite videos by our friends, you could put that there. If I decide, you know what, I don't want that sample text, all I have to do is come back in here. So you can put anything you put in this area. I'm motioning with my hand, but you can't see. Anything you put in this area will show up there. When I deleted that there, I have to once again update it. and we go back to all pages. If we come to our services, edit, here are the different services. This again is paragraph. This is heading 2. So it would be nice if everything kind of looks the same. So if you're going to leave this as heading 2, I would leave these titles as heading 2. If you wanted it down a little more, you could change it from there. And if you want to link something, so if you decided that this should be a neurofeedback should be a link, you simply select that and you come up to here, the link button, same with the picture. You type in what you want it to be. If it's a link going within your website, then don't click on this usually, unless it's going to a PDF or something like that. Then you want it to open in a different window. If it's a link going to someone else's website, you want it to say open link in a new window, and that's because if they do go to a different website and then they close that window, you want them to still see your website. You really don't want people to leave your website too quickly. And you just say add a link and it'll change it in there. You see, this is just a generic page. It's just right sidebar. The right sidebar is there, so when we click here, we can get our right sidebar, which is created by our widgets, and we'll go into the sidebars after this video. And then the last thing here, if I wanted to add a page, I simply do add new page. You can grab it up here as well. And you have a blank page. You enter your title. The moment you enter our title, test page, and click into here, when you save it, it's going to give you a URL right there, HTTP. This is the URL to get to that page. At the moment, it says publish over here. It's not published yet, so it's not visible. I can change that to draft mode, save as draft. So if I'm working on it, I don't want people to see it online yet. It allows me to do that. I can also preview it right here. And you just start typing and put whatever information you want in there. The only thing I would do is probably change this to right sidebar if you want to include that sidebar. It's always good to have that sidebar on there on every page, something that people can get used to and always go to navigate the site. If it's a portfolio category, we would change it here. For the most part, if you want to allow somebody to comment on this page, you would check this. I usually don't allow them to comment on the page, only on post in our blog section. And if you wanted this page to have different color schemes, so if your normal site here is blue in the background, but you wanted to have this one green or something, you could change to a different theme. You can also change the background color, background image, all that kind of stuff. And each page, eventually, when I get it done, will have a SEO setting. So it'll have a title of the page, it'll have a description, and all this will help when people are searching for your site. So again, I'll do this on these, and then I'll show you how to do it for an individual post. So that's the pages.